Matt and Anna here with Honor Your Health. Today I'm going to demonstrate a new service that we will be providing in 2026, probably by around April of 2026. But it's going to be a sound and vibrational method that basically opens the coherence of the body. So if there's areas of Anna's body or Anna's what we call the field, so to speak, it will be able to, by using tuning forks, we will be able to actually kind of go into the edges of her field, right? And we're going to be able to find areas where there may be some turbulence or some perforations, which basically means that the field of her body is a little chaotic. And this is why a lot of people are kind of in chaos and why they feel that they can't fully relax a lot of times. I know we've done a little bit of work with you, or I've done a little bit of work with you over the past couple weeks. Mm-hmm. What would you say has been your biggest change since doing this work?
I mean, honestly, what you just said, because especially at this time during the holiday, I've been feeling much more stable mm-hmm. and level, and not so I have to get this done, but knowing that it's gonna get done, you know, when it's gonna get done. So
less anxious.
I feel definitely less anxious and just more
cool.
Yeah.
On an internal level, because obviously we work with nutrition and things like that too, and we have personalized programs, because that's basically what this is. It's there's sound baths, there's all those other modalities out there that also work. This kind of helps to get a little bit more specific, a little bit more, less general, more specific with people, and these are things that we can do both in person and over the phone, which I think is a great option for people who don't live close to where we are, or in a different state kind of thing. So it is actually very helpful for a lot of that. And again, this comes down to resonance. So if you resonate with this work and it's you can feel that you're ready for this level or this layer of because this helps a lot with emotions, and it helps a lot with releasing traumas, and really helping with the mood, and it can help with internal organs and all kinds of things. So there's a lot of benefit here than just, I'm listening to a tuning fork, right? It's not like that, but on a very physical and practical level, that is what it is. It's we're not here to think so much when we do this work. We're here very much to have more of a somatic experience. I like to, at least this is what I like to kind of put out there into the world, is I'm very much about nurturing the body, and as opposed to fixing the body. Your body is fine. We need to get the incoherences out of the way. We need to get the toxicity out of the way. And in a sense, that's sort of what is in the field, is a bit of toxic energy or toxic, again, I don't really like to use the word toxic in the field, but in terms of nutritionally, that is what we're talking about. We're talking about toxicity in the way, right? But in here, it's more of what is in her way of being able to breathe, of being able to just enjoy life and be in the present moment. We're really bringing her back into the present moment, okay? So what I'm gonna have her do is I'm gonna have her lay down, okay? We would do a series of other sort of openings to get her body into this calm state, but I'm gonna skip that for today for the sake of time, and I'm just gonna kind of go through and see where her body is needing a little bit of help in terms of just good, healthy flow in terms of her energetic body, okay? So I'm just doing a little bit of, okay. So what's showing up is her heart center, and we would get even more specific. I'm just going to start on the right side of her body today, but we can get even more specific into seeing what side needs to be addressed first. If it was anything a bit lower, we probably would have started there. But her heart center is all about, it could be over-giving, being over-generous, being, you're giving away too much. And I think a lot of us can kind of relate to that. I know I can, right? I can relate to being over-generous. A lot of us are people pleasers, and a lot of us are overextending ourselves, and we can kind of feel like all this energy is going out, but nothing's kind of staying in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find the edge of her field, and we're basically going to kind of start moving into the center of her body and seeing where is there a hold pattern, a holding pattern of her being able to just breathe through it, right? And basically what I'm going to say is I'm going to tell her, when I do get to a point there, I'm going to say to her, I'm going to breathe through this, and just experience what's going on in your body. I don't need you to overthink it. We don't need you to go into the mental side of it. Just what are you experiencing, okay? So I'm gonna start, okay? And you can kind of hear, as I start, you can kind of hear how the tune of the fork sort of diminishes. So when I first started, it was pretty held, and now it's kind of moving nice and gently through. So it's a bit faint here. So Anna, what are you experiencing?
I was just thinking, I feel so calm.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. And that's what we want. We want calm. We want less chaos in the system, right? We want her to feel a bit more nurtured. Especially when we get to the holiday, right? There's a lot of chaos right now I don't know if you've been driving on the streets, but it's definitely a lot more chaotic.
We're going to stores.
Right. Already you can hear the fork house, it's so much more vibrant and more, the tune and the tone is very loud and vibrant, which is great. You can all breathe with us if you're listening. It's a nice time to breathe and just kind of be in the moment. Take a deep breath in. Bit held here. Where are you feeling this the most?
Honestly, like my ankles feel a little tight.
Okay. And we're not here to judge, right? She's saying, I feel like my ankles. It's a good indication. It's just we're listening to what her body is bringing up. We're not here to judge what the body is saying. A lot of times when ankles and feet show up, it can feel like a bit of stuckness in terms of like where you were, where you're going, that kind of feeling. But it is moving along quite nicely, which is good. What are you feeling here? What are you noticing?
I took a really good breath just then.
Nice. So as you guys are listening to this tune, I just want you to really, how does it make you feel, right? Where are you noticing this in your own breath? Because this is, again, it's not, I don't like to label people as anxious. I think that we've had periods of anxiety in our life that have never fully been addressed, and then they get kind of stuck in our fields of experience and of life. So what we're here to do is not say, no, don't feel that. We're here to say, oh, okay, interesting. So around this time in your life is where you started feeling that anxiety, but instead of expressing the anxiety as whether it was anger or whether you felt an emotion pop up or an event that kind of caused this, you took it as I'm just an anxious person, which is like, that's just, you're labeling yourself. I'm trying to get the labels off of the body so that your body can just say, this is who I am, and not judging yourself for feeling anxious. We all feel anxiety, it's okay, but why? What's the root there?
I could fall asleep right now.
And that's honestly like a good response because it means that her system, and again, this is probably Anna's third visit or third session that we've done with her, and I've known Anna since the day she was born. She's my cousin, so I've known her for a really long time, and from knowing her, she did tend to kind of be a little bit of an overthinker, overgiver, and I think most of our families are, and I'm talking to you as well. Like, I'm sure we all have, to some degree, can relate to being over generous or pleasing others at the expense of ourselves, right? And it's okay. It's like that's not something that's just going to go away tomorrow. And I think that's what happens is that we're constantly trying to like fix ourselves as opposed to just like this is where we're at. You know, feel how and you understand and listen to how more vibrant the tune of the fork is. It's more before it was really dull and now it's just like kind of singing, which is great. Just like Anna, because Anna's a fire singer. What are you experiencing now?
I just feel good, yeah.
Cool. Even I'm feeling, sometimes as a practitioner, I can kind of feel my you know, not that I take on her stuff, but as I work on her and work with her, I can kind of feel where there's a bit of a holding pattern. Did you feel any do you feel any bit of resistance in your gut at all or in your stomach at all?
You know, it's weird you say that because just before I felt like a bubbly situation here.
Yeah.
But it went away.
And the reason why I share with, you know, my clients or people that I'm working with is how I'm feeling is sometimes people don't even know what they're feeling is that, right? Is like you're holding on to something or there's something there. You kind of need to say like, I'm so used to like not taking on people's stuff, but I'm so used to helping others like pull it out of themselves a little bit. And sometimes that's what you have to do. It's not that I'm taking on her stuff. It's just that, you know, sometimes they don't even realize like, oh, is that normal? Like, you know, I'll hear stomach gurgles and that's actually a really good sign that her body is like releasing and letting go of things, you know, and it's a bit of a detoxing pattern that happens there, right? So she just took a really nice breath, which is awesome. Because again, it's somatic. We're not here to think and overthink. Every now and then, we might get into the thinking brain, but it's really about, it's almost like a meditation, right? Where it's just like, and I know a lot of people are like, I don't like meditating, and I didn't used to like it either, but I've really kind of come to understand that I didn't like meditating because I thought I had to be a go, 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 never stop, never, you know, always kind of be doing. And I think that's just kind of like been programmed onto us a bit.
Especially in like the natural.
Especially in the natural health, yes. All right, what are you feeling here, Anna? What are you experiencing?
It's kind of like vibrating a little bit.
Nice.
Here.
Okay.
But
In like an overwhelming way, or?
No, just
okay.
like a peaceful.
Okay. And this is all physics. It's all science, right? This is all based on science and physics and allowing the photons of her field to basically reintegrate into the system so that the system can actually flow all this energy appropriately.
You should show your the ball thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my ears are ringing.
So this is interesting.
I've been having problems with
Because
that.
Anna's been having issues with her ears on a nutritional level for, what, a couple months now? And as I'm working through this like center point of her body, her ears are kind of vibrating a little bit and feeling a little something. So this is how I always tell people, your body is interconnected. It's not this like set of organs and just like body parts, right? It's an interconnected web. And if you just let the body talk to you, you'll probably find some pretty interesting things, okay?
I actually feel like heat. Like
Wow, interesting.
that's weird.
And do you hear how much more, it's like almost like the sound is kind of glowing a bit. And she just took a really nice deep breath, which is how we kind of know that everything is really settling in and sinking into her, which is great. What are you noticing in your body right now?
I'm thinking how weird it is that my ear is more.
Nice. So now I'm just gonna check to see if her areas. She's started yawning, which is good. It means that and she's nice and open now. Awesome. All right. So I hope that sheds some light on the fact that there are a lot of ways that your body actually really wants to, allow your body to naturally heal itself and open up, and that you don't need to live in chaos. You don't need to live in this constant fight or flight, which I think a lot of people and a lot of us do. So just realize that there are people out in the world that are doing great work and want to help. But it really does come from you wanting to take that step for yourself. Almost like you have to believe in yourself. I tell people all the time, this work will only work if you believe in it to work. It won't work if you don't believe it to work, right? So a lot of this comes down to belief systems. If you believe that there's no way that anybody can help, then that's gonna be kind of your reality. But if you do believe that there are ways that your body can kind of relax and accept healing, it will. And I've done it myself. I know Anna's experienced it herself. So we are here if you need us. Again, we can do these over the phone, in person, on adults to kids, and it helps to really kind of de-chaos the system, if you will. And we'll be offering this in 2026. We hope to see you in the future and have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and we will see you soon. Bye.